Hey there, Dr. Caps. My name is Courtney, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 things that can help more pet owners find your business when they're looking online. And the reason why I'm doing this is because business owners are just way too busy running their business. So they don't have a lot of time to figure out all the things that, relate to getting that traction or getting that type of traffic to their website, right? And honestly, lots of business owners just don't have the time to figure that out, and they just don't know who's an expert when it comes to this kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you 3 things you can actually use, which are content, citations, and backlinks. No word jargon, no pressure. And if you like what you see and want to chat after, cool, just shoot me a message back. All right, so let's hop right on in. So your first thing I like to go over is your website content. And with your content, you want to make sure you have enough words on there. And I know that sounds simple, but let me explain. So when people search for what you do, Google has to figure out which business to show them. And one way it does that is by reading what's on your homepage. If there's only a couple of sentences, Google's not going to be sure what your business is really about. Right now your site is sitting at about 156 words. And I did the same thing for your top competitor in the area. And these guys are sitting at 800 words at the moment. Totally beatable, by the way. They just put in more content onto their homepage. And so one of the things you want to be mindful about with this content are keywords, right? You want to make sure that the keywords are placed on your site and placed properly. And just to give you an idea of what I mean, so everything that you see highlighted, this is all what Google looks at when they scan your site. So you want to make sure you have like even your logos, icons, images, any of that stuff. You want to make sure those are embedded with the correct keywords, and you want to also make sure they are properly placed. And just to give you an idea, so this is something that you can do yourself. So just click Save As. All right, as you can see, this does not have the proper keyword placed to it. So just whoever did your website, just want to have them do that to all of the icons, images that you have, right? And okay, going back over to here. All right, perfect. And one more thing I'd like to mention. So the sweet spot for how much content to have on your website is studies have shown that at least 1,500 words is the sweet spot for what Google prefers to see, right? And now we're just going to head over there. This is SEMrush. This is a tool that essentially gives me behind the scenes details on things that Google looks at when it comes to ranking a site. I came over here just to look at a couple of things, one of them being the keywords. You guys are currently ranking for 199 keywords at the moment. Let's just take a look at glance. All right, and just from like a basic glance, I can see that these are good job getting. So these keywords right here are really good for wanting to brand yourself and everything, but it's not really ideal for gaining traffic, gaining new traffic. And the reason why is because not everyone knows your business name. So because of that, you want to be able to use keywords that are geared towards them, what they are searching at, right? So that's how you acquire new patients and clients. And going here to take a look at your competitor. So that's also why you don't just want to solely rely on your business name. So your top competitor, they are ranking for 691 keywords at the moment. And as you can see, theirs is similar to yours. We're just going to take a look. I just want to give you an example of some keywords. There we go. All right, so here's a perfect example of a keyword. Here's another example of a keyword. So this is another example. So these are perfect examples of keywords that you want to have on your website. Excuse me, sorry, my cat just walked out. So these are the type of keywords you want to have placed properly on your website, just to give you an idea. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to take a keyword and I'm just going to place it into Google, and then we're just going to go over this page. So Search the veterinarian hospital Norfolk, VA, example of a keyword. And now we're going to go into, this is going to get into the second thing I like to go over, and that is getting listed in more places, aka citations. All right. So now, so with this section right here, this is called the map pack, right? And what's important is getting into the top 3 results, because this is where people click, right? So the more clicks you get, the higher you are, the more clicks you get. And this map pack is where your business name, address, and phone number are displayed. This is how Google gives relevance to your business. And how you actually show up here is by placing your business name, address, phone number, aka citations, onto places like Yelp, BBB, Facebook, and hundreds more, just to give you an idea. This is a picture that will illustrate, and we want to make sure that it's exactly the same as what your map listing is, which is known for your Google Business Profile. And you just want to make sure they're all the same, because you want to be consistent, right? And the goal is you want to have more than your competitor. And the reason why is because the more places your information shows up correctly, the more Google trusts that your business, right? So to get ahead, by the way, you don't just want to match your competitors, right? You want to get what they got, then add 50 to 100 more, so that it takes them a very long time to catch up. And how to actually go about doing this is there are tools out there that allow us to see what citations your competitors are listed on, and then we just go match those for you guys, and then add 50 to 100 more, right? Because we want it to take a long time for them to catch up. Okay, and then heading into the last section is basically the third part, which is just getting other places to link back to you guys, all right? And what that, or AKA another word for that, is called backlinks. And again, you want to be in the top results. And the reason why is because the same thing as above, is the higher you are, the more clicks you get. And in order to get up here, Google needs to see you guys as an authority, basically just someone who knows their stuff and are trustworthy. And how to actually get this authority is having backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So for example, if you have a local news site or a community blog that mentions your business and links to your website, that's them basically saying to Google, hey, these guys are, trustworthy, they know their stuff, I recommend them, right? Google will see that and give you guys a boost. Now, not all links are equal, because since you guys are a veterinary hospital, you will want to get backlinks that are related to your business, because it is quality over quantity, right? You want to get things that make sense, right? Because you guys want to, say for instance, if you got a blog that mentioned dog care, right? That is a lot more effective to point it back to you guys versus something like a Pizza Hut, right? So basically you want links from sites that make sense for your business. So heading back over to SEMrush, this is a tool that gives us an idea of your backlinks. So right here, so you guys are currently having 131 backlinks at the moment. And then taking a look at your competitor, let's just go back. All right, and these guys are sitting at 587. And the thing about that is, now you're probably wondering, okay, well, I see this. How do I go about, fixing this or getting towards that goal, right? So with tools like SEMrush, we can see what backlinks are pointing to your competitors. And then we go get those exact same backlinks for your guys. So kind of similar to citations, all right? So all right, so that was all for this video. So just to recap, we went over content, You want to get around 1,500 words on your home page. Citations, you want to get your business name, address, and phone number listed on 200 to 300 sites. And backlinks, you want to get other relevant sites pointing back to you guys, right? And doing these 3 things, you guys are going to be way ahead of most of your competition. Now, with this information, you could totally run with this and do this yourself, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, just give me a call or a text at 218-517-5513. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Bye.